and gentlemen, welcome to a real discussion. So, if you haven't heard about the whole incident with the Tommy Sotomayor and his incident with a woman by the name of Clay Means, she has a different biological legal name, but I don't see the point of having to disclose that. Either way, I'm going to play a clip, and this is the ending to the dispute that these two had. Here it is.
Reason.
No. He not finna try to play me on
Who's playing you, stupid bitch?
No, bitch, you fucking stupid.
Nobody's playing your cat too
Get
fast.
off me.
I'm the whole nigga. I'm the whole No, that bitch hit me in the face. Hands down. Hit me again, you nasty bitch. Hit me again, you nasty bitch. You nasty bitch. Put some smack this young bitch. You nasty hoe.
That's why your dick stink. That's why your dick stink. Bitch, get off me. Get off me.
So you saw the ending part. Now, prior to that incident, there was actually about a 10 or 15-minute video where it started off where her explaining, basically putting him on blast, explaining her distaste for him always talking bad and talking down on black women. She first stated that she unfollowed him. She said it repeatedly, trying to prove a point how she unfollowed him because of her distaste for how he speaks about black women. You know, their hair, nails, you know, everything that you would think about that would be derogatory towards black women, he usually would state in a joking or serious matter. Either way, she brought that to his attention. Now, during the course of like the 10 minutes or so, it started to heat up. You know, he started to become much more irritated and started to, you know, cuss more. And she started to bring up more personal stuff between them behind the scenes. You know, talking about how she didn't get particularly paid for trying to screw the man. Really harping on, just completely bringing up stuff that should not have been disclosed or spoke about on this show. Which, then it led to that fight. Because he started saying he started cursing, saying all kind of derogatory stuff, just riled him up. Then she went ahead and ended up punching him twice. Before we get further into that, I want to say something. As a black woman, if your issue with him is saying all this derogatory stuff, bringing your race down, why do you feel you need to speak on it when you are an OnlyFans model, quote unquote? Not quote unquote, you are an OnlyFans model. People know what that entails. Sex work, getting paid. You know, showing different parts of your body to get paid by dudes who are thirsty. And also doing sex work, flying different places and getting basically screwed. Going off to Dubai. And you know all the stuff you hear about in Dubai, how the men over there will urinate and poop on women. And do all other kind of sick, nasty stuff. They do some crazy stuff over there in Dubai. My point is, if your main concern is a representation of black women, that was your main concern, why the hell are you being an OnlyFans model, disrespecting and not representing your race in a good way? That doesn't make sense. If that is a main focal point for you, if that really matters to you. But way it's looking, that's not really what this was about. This whole thing was really just about clout. She had gone on to multiple different platforms on YouTube discussing this same thing. Again, it looks strange that this was mostly just about black women and him disrespecting them. But yet you have gone on to multiple platforms to reiterate this same story, twist it and everything, have men and women calling you queen. I am sorry. But back in the day, we weren't really calling women queens and crap like that, or men kings who were doing illegal or doing shit that absolutely makes your representation of the race even worse. Drugs, murdering, prostitute. No. Back then, that was not that was not king and queen material. But now we're calling everybody kings and queens. No, everybody's not a king and queen. Out of the way, on the Tasha K show, which that was just absolutely crazy. Because literally, it was just narcissistic behavior of Tasha K. And just turning the accountability off of her, of Clay Means. You know, nowadays, there's not a lot of men. There's men who follow the rule of not hitting women. But there's men who will punch you back, but will beat down women and do not care. Yes, I mean, there's a lot of dudes who agree, yeah, you shouldn't put your hands on a woman, true enough. But you can't go around here putting your hands on men and expecting them to follow the rule of not hitting women. You playing a dangerous damn game. You cannot do that. It will not end well for you. Seriously, it will not end well for you. On Tasha K show, it was just like, you had this old dude, I'm telling you, you know, if you, I bet you if you pulled out one of his A tracks, you know, his songs were probably, you know, the stylistics, You're Everything, and you know, the OJs, you know, You My Darling, Darling Baby, you know, like, You My Sweet and Tender Love, you know, like, like I said, the stylistics, he probably was playing, You Are Everything, and everything is you. You are everything, and everything is you. Ooh. And I'm like, just straight up like this simp shit. Like, it's just the way this man was talking. Like, he was like, well, why didn't you use wisdom? And then went on was like, what do you see next in your future? What? No, man, harp on the issue of, yo, do not put your hands on a dude. Period. Just because somebody says something to you don't mean you got to put your hands on somebody. Come on now. Reiterate that, because this is something that can get you potentially beat down and killed. This is serious shit. Either way, Tasha K was successful, and then Tommy Sotomayor, he had on a show where he was bringing up all kinds of legal documents that was proving she really did all this shit mostly to try to get some money to get paid. She started GoFundMe. Yes, a GoFundMe, which at the present moment said $220. She started GoFundMe. 2, looking at the legal documents Tommy showed over in, I think it was Burnett County, she's got a warrant, having a weapon, and some other 3 charges. She has fees that she's got to pay for. You know, when you start looking at all these different, when he brought that to the attention, it's like, was it really because you dislike him talking about black women? Or was it, oh, hey, you know what? This is a possible time that I could use this to my advantage, get some clout, get some money, get some people feeling sorry for me, and potentially take their money. Yeah. It's a genius idea. Because you know what? I'm a queen. Come on, man. Come on. No, not everybody is a king and queen. You gotta work your ass off, and you gotta have good character and work on yourself to be a king or queen. You can't be like, oh, and that's the problem with this whole king and queen shit. It's just completely just diluted. Remember, way back hundreds of years ago, there was one king and one queen. Just saying. I'm getting tired of all these people that are completely just being deceptive and conning to get their own ways. Using the political stances and using, I'm standing for black women. Yeah, okay. But you got ulterior motives. You know, not being actually real about it. And also, too, I want people to first be the best representation they can be for your race. But especially us as black folks. Be a representation. Stop calling people who are not really kings and queens, not really great people doing foul shit at the moment, kings and queens. Stop doing it. Tell it like it is. If it makes them feel bad, good. Because then they actually have to work to do better and be better. Am I wrong? Didn't think so. And again, all my women out there, please move around with intelligence. Leave your emotions at home. Especially when you're dealing with men who may be emotional, have some feminine energy. Do not press them. Show each other mutual respect. Don't go in there thinking you can fist fight and he ain't gonna do nothing. Sadly, it seems like those times are going away. ARD out.